Hello, 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 everyone. How is everyone doing? Partially disappearing Mike. Didn't feel like putting up the other backdrop today. Sorry about that. Oh boy, I just want a do-over from this long weekend. I want a complete do-over. Oh, it was not a fantastic long weekend, but we got to keep going. Good morning, Wavy. Thank you. You continue to send thoughts and prayers to the families affected in the shooting. Very close to home right here. I tried my best to show up. You know, the markets don't go away, and so I'm going to be here. I appreciate everybody showing up and your, again, thoughts and prayers. Good morning, Patrick. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I really appreciate that in the comments. Hey, Options 22. Are you still in France? Are you still in Paris specifically? Sorry for the change yesterday in the time. What I might do from now on is when we have these shortened trading sessions, I might just roll up the time closer to when crude closes, just so I can still do things in the day and don't have to wait to 3:30. Let me know in the comments after the video, not during the video, but let me know if you wouldn't mind if I rolled it up from the 3:30 time to the 1:30 Central Time on only shortened trading days like yesterday. Good morning, Davey. All right, again, I see a bunch of people in the background here who don't comment, so welcome to you. By the way, if you are new here, please do consider subscribing, ringing that bell, and hitting the like button, especially we're closing in closer and closer on 5K subscribers. Let's try to get there this summer. And as before, if you're already here, leave some comments after the video and like the video so we keep getting wider distribution. Massive move in the dollar index, big move down in the euro. So DAX hitting critical levels. We'll go through all this. Central Bank, Royal Bank of Australia hiked 50 basis points as expected. There is no rest. There is no rest. I was up most of last night because we had massive thunderstorms, and a couple of my dogs are just terrified and just shake uncontrollably. So that just was icing on the cake last night. And then we're supposed to have more storms this afternoon, this evening, and tomorrow. And the rain is not the problem. It's when it's thunder. And then they issued a flash flood alert. So it was just not a fun day around here yesterday. Happy Tuesday. I hope it is happy for everyone, Connor. Hey, Christoph. Good morning, Anissa. Volatility returns. Thank you for everyone for being here. I really appreciate all the viewers who tune in on a regular basis. We make a wonderful community here. Remember, minor stuff today is factory orders 30 minutes after the open, but not major right there. Pre-market, you can see it's a pretty red pre-market. Very little places to hide. So do keep that in mind. By the way, the FOMC 75 basis point climbing back up, back to 95%, and we still are in negative gamma territory. By the way, the 10-2s, let me start off with, we got some yield curve stuff going on. Remember? Oh, you gotta love technical analysis. The 10-2s look like there are some stuff on Bloomberg terminal that they're already inverted again. But this, you have to use these TSYs. So they're not exactly accurate to a tick, but this is essentially inverting again. So we have those. Remember, that's the recession in the 5-2s. Look at the 5-2s inversion, and they never inverted before. So now even the 5-2s are inverted. So we got some major inversions going on. So again, yeah, we're going into, if we're not already there, into the recession. What I was talking about before, look at this move in the dollar index. That, by the way, this little mini potential double. Remember, potential is just like a potential. It never has to happen, and this one never triggered. Moving back up, this is a pretty big move overnight in the dollar index. 106.38 then 107.10 are the next major levels, but another breakout the upside, and we might get one final major push higher. If you look at the euro, I'm gonna watch for this to oops, did I? Yeah, I put up the right one. No, I should bookmark that. I want not FXCM. I want this one. So, Euro US dollar back down to 102, spiking down through 102.94 harmonic. My next key support area is about 102.37. Then look, we got the major harmonic down at 101. Could we see parity with the euro? Quite possibly. That would be very interesting. Again, breaking with this move. It tried to hold this support. See the support back from 17. I mean, this was a pretty key support area. And now breaking back, I mean, we could be breaking into this area that we haven't seen since 0203. So, you know, could be a substantial push lower for the time being in the euro. Let's see. Hey, Chris, VIX might trigger a double problem. You guys are so... Look, you don't even need me anymore. You don't even need me, which is a good thing. This is a good thing. Christoph, VIX might trigger a double bottom. Look. There we go. Yes, it might. Pre-market, it is up. That's what I was going to talk about. Again, everyone is just too good here. Too good. What's causing dollar strength today? I think it's just a euro weakness. Mainly. I mean, they remember dollar index, and I haven't checked the Aussie yet. Euro US dollar is the best best indicator for a recession. Well, the euro US dollar is really breaking lower. And do keep an eye, before I get caught up with everything else, keep an eye on this. As Christoph said, this VIX might trigger double bottom with easily return. Look at how these targets look. Look at this. So we could easily be moving back up into the higher volatility area. That's what I'm keying off today. So we ran up, tried to get a little breakout. Tried to get the little breakout last night, and we had a couple mini double top patterns and just reversing down. The challenging part with this morning now is there's not any clear path. There's a couple stopping points. So the key areas, I'm just using the harmonics roughly and these candle bodies for about 37.68 to about 37.67. And then if we break through that, 37.48 to the lows set back on June 30th of 37.41.25. On any rally into the open, you get this little clear path here on the 1 hour, but you have stopping points. Let's get through to stopping points. See this? So on any rally, 3800 is key. And then above there, everything's flat on there. So above there, I'm just going to use the 38.19, then back to 38.46 to about 38.50. For the longer term, at times I cannot get anything bullish going until we at least start printing on at least a break and a retest of 38.50 and a rotation back up, or a key close above 38.50. Everything else would just be scalpy rallies. But I'm really watching for this low area, see how it holds there. And if we do break down below that, I'm using the harmonics with the next stopping points. 37.15. Look, right with remember, focus on the candle bodies, the key close here, and the quick reversal. So that would be my next target area. Then below that, 36.89. And if we went below that, it would be full out. Oh, ugly mode back to the mid 3600 areas. Let's see. Yeah, VIX up big pre-market. Theoretical question: if the ES would move down in an orderly fashion each day, slowly but surely, would the VIX increase or not? You would, yes, you could still get a steady increase in the VIX. Okay. Even if it's an orderly decrease, because people will still hedge volatility and watch for a potential capitulation move. And then if you got the capitulation move, you get the spike in volatility. So yes, you can get an orderly move up in the VIX with an orderly decline in the markets. Hey, Lauren, thank you for being here. So that's everything I'm watching. Remember, we're sort of in, if you see this on the 4 hour, and it's a little sloppy here, but I'm just keeping an eye on this like little sloppy channel to see if we return back up into it or if we even do a kiss goodbye on any bullish move, and that's still back that 3,800 level. What else do we have here? Let's see. NASDAQ Head and Shoulders 4 hour. Remember, a Head and Shoulders pattern is a reversal pattern, so this cannot be a Head and Shoulders pattern because it's not reversing enough of a move. Please remember that. Okay? So you can't use Head and Shoulders targets for this. So that would not be anything I'd be trading. Now you can trade a breakdown pattern from there, but not a Head and Shoulders pattern. Hey, Waka Waka. Good morning, Amit. Rip Tesla. Tesla has some bad move, but we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see if they get the call option. Try to do the call option juice. Good morning. Remember Tesla shutting down their plant in Germany for a couple weeks for retooling. It just opened. Another recall in Germany or in Europe with some of the cars that were produced over there, and a miss even with way ratcheted down delivery numbers, missing delivery numbers. We'll take a peek in a Tesla in a bit. Oh, so key level for me on the NASDAQ on any rally is back to this 1 hour rotation zone and the 11,520 area breakdown zone. And back there, sitting at the 11,435 little support area, we break below there, 11,400, and then a return to the June 30th lows, 11,350. On a rally back above that, I'm going back to the harmonic and this little resistance, about 11,581. Overall, again, I can't start getting bullish until we really start getting a break. I'm even going to give it to about 11,800. I get minorly bullish above 11,752, but that would be very minor. Cycles are at the bottom, so it's going to see if we really can break these June 30th lows before the cycles start turning up. Weekly, by the way, just a reminder, weekly still at the top, so mixed cycles, so any rallies could be very short-lived. The Dow had this double top earlier. By the way, this other double I pointed out yesterday off the table with the push up and then forming this mini double and now moving back down. The key areas for the Dow, stopping areas, are about 35.76 to about 35.91. My major support coming in at 34.82, then the retest of the June 30th lows. Rally area, I'm bumping this down now to about 30,862 with the 1 hour rotation zone. Then above that, 39.50, 960 area. Cannot get bullish at all on the Dow until we get a move above this 31,200 area. That would take it back above the daily rotation zone. If we do break below those lows, 30,223, 30,041, but I'll be really focused on back from the mid-June lows then. By the way, again, if you want to know where the extra red and green lines are, tune into the podcast that was released yesterday, Futures Edge with Jim Mayurio, and thanks to everybody who's already watched it. Russell, again, this is going to, remember, I took it with a grain of salt with that trigger on that, and it looks like if you get the close below 1697, that double will be off. It was that trigger into low liquidity afternoon or on Friday, and it looks to be reversing. We break below that. I'm watching now for a return to the June 30th lows. DAX double is off now with the DAX major move lower. Got caught, remember, against the daily rotation zone, and whenever you have the doubles against the daily rotation zone, they are lower probability, as I've said many times. But the DAX breaking below the early March lows right now. Actually, it's trading right there, but I'm going to be watching where it closes in a bit. Just a bigger picture of the DAX, because this gets really interesting. You know, you start getting closes here, you're into a single candle clear path with a target down at these key closes. So that's the on any rallies now, if especially if we start closing below these March key lows, I am watching for any rallies to be sold and then a substantial move lower in the DAX. By the way, rally area would be about 12,550. Crude, big reversal move. By the way, this double is still valid. It has not triggered yet, but it is still valid. Nearly going to form an outside day, possibly. I'm watching for the support around 103. If we do break below 103, 101.50, still the double would be in play. And if we really start breaking down, the next target is 98.76. But I'm not doing anything to the upside until we triggered that double, or I should call it a potential double. Everything is still focused for me to downside. Natural gas, by the way, for any futures traders on this, potential double there. So keep an eye on that. 623, 641, 655 roughly. Come on. Gold, still nothing going on. I was watching for the aggressive buy that's not going to trigger, so we'll take a look at that after. Copper really breaking down again, just hit the next harmonic and below the 50% level from this whole run up. So again, we're getting into a very key support area. First minor, I'm watching about 336, then about 330. If we break below there, I'm back to 311, and that's going to be the critical line in the sand for copper. Here's your notes. Notes, we're not getting that rollover move just yet. Still pushing higher, a little pullback, and now pushing higher. So I'm going, my next targets, if we do break above about 120.04, I'm going to 120.20. We already talked about the dollar index, the VIX still up. Can somebody give me this is delayed on this platform. Can somebody give me a quick pre-market reading on that? Japanese 10-year bonds, no spike up. The double is still barely in play. The double on the Swissy, which has not triggered. I did talk about this where it triggered on the futures, but not on the spot. You want to know my thoughts on that? That's in the podcast. Bitcoin rolling back over. Tesla, again, I'm going to be watching right off the open to see if the options get juiced for a potential quick gap fill. The only stuff on Tesla on the bullish side is we start getting above the 690 area for this little remaining gap fill. But if the markets are pulling it down, that would just be a very short-term trade. Again, we closed back below 62.5. So I am watching still for the retest of these lows, which would then make it a triple bottom, which again slightly favors the continuation pattern. You can see here on an intraday basis, we're trading right here pre-market, but you start getting below 668, especially below retest rollover, then what will I will be using 647 to 650 and then about 626. Let me get back to here. Sterling, everyone should watch the sector video from the weekend. Only a couple long-term buys in the sectors. No wonder we're seeing this rollover. There's not a lot of great... thanks for watching that, Sterling, but that's why I put it out. Because when I can't find a lot to rotate into just yet, now that could shift at any point, but there just wasn't a lot out there. It's new factory, clearly higher demand drop. Yep. Let's see. Hey, bear better than beer. VIX is going. Thank you. JPM earnings report on the 14th. Yep, that is next week. And I am not bullish on the bank's earning reports. Keep that in mind too. Walk us back to NASDAQ 10,600. I was hoping I got some sleep, but very little sleep last night. Thanks. VIX 29.99. I wish they had an option on this platform to put the VIX on real time. I'd pay for it. So it's because I get it on my trading platforms, but they don't offer it on here. 20. So that's gonna remember the trigger for this is 30.33. Watch for that. Of all, yeah, you're just all too good. You again, you don't need me anymore. Maybe I should just take the days off at this point. You are welcome. Again, I hope everyone trades well. Let's just peek back in. Oh, let me just take a look at the cues. I know, hold on. Sorry. I ignored the cues. The cues key were down pre-market. By the way, on this little, I was still watching this. We're going to be below this little run-up shelf of the 62 and a half. So that's going to favor on that closing basis still a retest of the lows. The levels I'd use on the Qs are about 277.75 and then 276.82. And then about 276. To the upside on the Qs, I cannot start getting minorly bullish above 283, then more substantially bullish above 284.65. But that's, again, I'd be keying off the NASDAQ. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, Wavy. You two, good. Thank you. It wouldn't be the same. All right, everyone, we're getting ready for the open. So that should give the key levels of down. You see still breaking below this channel. So just keep an eye on any pop in the open would just be a short-term pop for another potential rollover play unless something substantially shifts. With that, you are welcome, Anissa. You are welcome, Eric. I will talk to everyone later. Hopefully the live stream won't be interrupted. I am finally hopefully getting my washing machine fixed this afternoon. I cannot control what time they show up. I will let anybody know if there's going to be a delay or something on the Discord channel. Hopefully everything will run this afternoon as normally, but I need to get this fixed, and this was the only time I could get. So with that, I will talk to everyone later today. If we have something major happen, I will pop on at lunch also. Bye.